Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing.
It helps if we turn the mics on.
I was about to.
I did. Usually I have it on earlier and I wasn't paying
It's
attention. Defenders Live. Mojo 50. Oh, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
This is the atypical dumpster fire. Already
Atypical.
atypical.
What is atypical about what we're doing?
Really? Have you not listened to our show?
I mean, I'm just asking.
We are the epitome of a dumpster fire.
Yes, but what's atypical about it? Are you just trying to use a big word?
I was.
You were just trying to use a big word.
I'm exhausted and I'm trying.
You
to
were
use a
just
big
trying to
word.
find a big word to make it sound smart. Okay.
TOAEshow.com. Go check it out over there. Cause all their cars left him. 3, 2, 1. Go to TOAEshow.com. Check out all the archives. Special things over there. The old things back when we were just wee lads.
Oh, when
just,
we were so
just
young.
youngins. Just so adorable, so cute.
So cute.
So cute. Go to over there, check out the shop as well. You can pick up some gear, some coffee mug or a T-shirt or whatever, or don't. I don't care. Go
I mean,
also.
well, I do care. 'Cause,
It's-
look, we've had people on the show like say messages on the show like, "Why aren't you guys in 4K HD yet?" To that, I say because we have to pay for everything ourselves. And if you'd like us to be in 4K HD, buy a whole bunch of stuff from us. Go to DOAShow.com, DOAEshow.com. Go to the shop, buy a whole bunch of stuff. And when you do that, then we might be able to afford really good cameras.
Yeah, but okay, hold on. You're watching us live anyway, right? Have you not seen what we look like? What do you need?
He wants to see the pimples on my face.
It doesn't get better.
It gets
Just
worse.
so you're clear, this doesn't.
He just doesn't want the blur when I shake my
This
head.
doesn't get any better for anybody. I promise you. I hit the wrong button. I forgot to be
gosh.
dinged.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But anyway, yeah, it won't work
Yeah.
because I have it open. Anyway, I'll go to mojo50.com.
Yes, it's much.
Check out everybody over there because it's good stuff. DM me one more time.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
It didn't work.
It didn't.
Okay, I think we're all right.
Okay, whatever.
Whatever.
It's probably. I don't know anymore. I give up.
I think we should stop worrying about that.
Whatever. Tomato, tomato. So, diving right in.
Yes.
American Airlines mechanic who sabotaged a plane may have had ties to ISIS.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
Say that again.
Say it one more time.
yeah.
So, an American Airlines mechanic was arrested earlier in the summer for allegedly sabotaging one of the courier's planes during a stopover at Miami's International Airport. May have trained with terrorists and could have had ties to ISIS. Yep.
I'm not surprised.
This is according to federal prosecutors.
I am one not surprised.
I'm not either. I mean, let's be honest. It's eventually it's going to come back. The idea of using airplanes again. It's going to be it's whatever they can find to
Anything to screw us up.
Well, anything to cause fear, anything to cause panic, anything to cause death and mayhem and
destruction,
whatever's
devastation
will be done.
Yes.
It will be done. Fox News reports that prosecutors believe that Abdul Majid Maroof, Ahmed Alani, holy God, I missed that part, displayed support for ISIS and expressed a desire that Allah would use divine powers to harm non-Muslims, and had several ISIS propaganda videos on his phone, including a video showing a person being shot in the head.
You know, when you work at, I don't know, as a mechanic or such at an airport, you would think that they would have better background checks.
You know, you would think that they would too.
Considering all the crap that they put you through as a passenger, you would think that they would have crack teams. Crack teams on staff making sure that all this stuff was cleared.
Like a federal background check or something. Almost as rigorous as what they want to put you through to buy a gun.
Right, or at least
Something equally close.
at least as rigorous as getting a new job.
Yeah. They make it hard for us to get on the plane to go fly. Why do they
Yes.
not make it so hard for you to get the job to work on the plane? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any
Alani,
sense.
who is a seasoned mechanic, is accused of sabotaging the plane
What
by
is this-
placing a piece of styrofoam in the nose cone, which ultimately disabled the plane's communications and geolocation systems.
Wait a minute. And this is so off topic. What is seasoned? What is a seasoned mechanic? Because when I hear seasoned, I think of meat.
Well, yes. Well, it's the same idea as saying a seasoned veteran.
I know what it means, but I'm just saying who decided, and this is so off topic, suck it up and bear with me. Who at one point did
Speaking of
somebody
meat.
decide that, you know what, let's we're not old. We're not aged,
seasoned.
we're seasoned.
We're well seasoned. We've seen it all.
No,
We've gone through a lot of seasons.
I get that.
We have been spiced with life.
That might be work. Okay. Alani glued the foam inside the tube, leading from the outside of the plane to its air data module, according to an earlier report. Problem could have meant disaster for 150 passengers and crew aboard the plane, headed for Nassau in the Bahamas. Oh.
No.
But the pilots were alerted to the problem by warning lights that went off before the aircraft left the ground.
You know, if he was a mechanic and a seasoned mechanic, wouldn't he have known how to turn off the sensor?
You would think. That's the thing is,
As a seasoned mechanic on airplanes, especially those planes, wouldn't you know how to turn that sensor off?
I would think so.
Wouldn't you know how to disable something as simple as a warning light?
Something.
Isn't there like a fuse you can just take out? Something.
Put black tape over the light. I don't
whatever.
know.
It doesn't matter.
It works.
Something.
It works for the check engine light on your Honda.
That does.
You just be
tape
done.
over it
Tape
and
over
never
it and
see it again.
Never remember it again.
It'll never happen until your car dies.
Until it dies on the side of the road, and you're like, I don't know. This is completely unexpected.
And then they remove the tape, and they're like, well, I don't think it's quite unexpected.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. A routine maintenance check revealed Alani's modifications,
Yes.
and they were swiftly corrected.
Uh-huh.
Fellow airline workers identified Alani from surveillance video, which shows the mechanic who walks with a noticeable limp. Thank you. Walking to and from the plane, working on the plane no cone for around 10 minutes.
Kimber over on the Facebook says, not old, seasoned, like a cast iron pan.
Yes. Yes, thank
Indeed.
you. That's my little sister, by the way.
Okay.
That's the little kids.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
That's the kids. That's the one.
yeah.
I got you.
Anyway, she's watching it. Sorry. I got to get excited about certain little things when I know people directly.
Crazy little thing.
Here's a crazy little thing. So apparently ISIS is working at American Airlines now.
Because it's American Airlines.
Does anybody, and this is sidebar real fast, I don't fly tons, but
I don't
the
either.
few times I've flown, I haven't been on American Airlines since I was in the Navy, and we're talking 20 years ago.
In the Navy.
So totally not part of what we're talking about.
No.
I didn't realize American Airlines still flew, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, of course they do.
I did not know.
Come on. That's not bad.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, guy.
Hey, guy.
Hey. Hey, guy.
Hey, guy.
What you doing?
I got you guys. Speaking of companies that are American but not blowing people up due to ISIS infiltration,
Hey-o. That was a long way to the well, by the way.
Hey, you know
but
what?
It was good. I will give it to you.
I am long-winded. Thank you. And thus, it will always be a long way to the well. Patriot Mobile is a conservative cell phone company. Yes, I said it. They're a conservative cell phone company.
How dare you?
Based here in America with American customer service agents.
They'll be labeled as a terrorist group before too long.
That's very true. They will be labeled as a hate group because they actually support organizations and policies that support your constitutional rights
How dare they?
and your
How dare they?
life
How dare they?
and your liberty
What?
and your pursuits of happiness.
Pursuits?
Pursuits. All of your pursuits.
All of them.
All of your pursuits.
That sounds dirty. We'll bell it.
Mm-hmm.
Pursuits.
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 It's a good word. I don't know. I don't know why. I know why I'm exhausted. That's why it's funny. Go ahead. Keep going.
Well, I mean, I'm waiting. Patiently waiting.
Oh, pursuits. Sorry, give me. Set me up
So-
again.
Not just do it.
But wait, there's more.
Too late. Time's passed. I still
Too much
messed up.
time has passed. there.
Sorry.
Not only
Told you we should.
do they
have
give you these
coffee.
things. Yeah, well, you know what? Sometimes you need to lay off the coffee. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes you need to lay off the coffee.
No.
But they provide amazing service. And right now, you can get a Moto Z3 Play for only $10 a month. Not only do you get that, but you get a buy one, get one free deal with it. So if you want to get a Moto Z3 Play for $10 a month and get a second one for free, go check them out today. Go to patriotmobile.com/mojo50. That's patriotmobile.com/mojo50. Or call them at 1-877-367-7524. That's 1-877-367-7524. Oh, and let them know that Mojo sent you.
Please do that.
Please.
Please.
It's amazing.
I'm still looking into that. Like.
Oh, I'm not
No.
looking into
I know
it.
you're not.
use it.
You use it, and I know that.
I
No,
use
but
the
I'm telling
service.
you, like,
It's amazing.
I might be pulling the trigger.
Do it.
Like, just do it.
Just do it.
Nike. Just do it.
Yeah. Come on.
Just do it. Oh wait, I forgot to. I completely dropped the ball today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, quiet guy in the back.
What do you say?
Per Stephen Harry, spiced by life. Perhaps the mechanic had too much spice and just went crazy.
Look,
AKA a sanity plea.
the spice must flow. The spice must flow.
The Old Spice. I feel like Terry Crews needs to be popping out right here and doing something with his chest.
Where he's doing the pectorals?
Yes.
Pectoral dancing?
I hate people that can do that.
I can do it.
I can
I
too,
just
but
don't
it's more
have I just don't have the pecs.
No, I
right
can
now.
too, but it's more of a flop.
It's not right.
It's more like the waves.
It's not right. Stop it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's not right. Oh, gosh.
yes.
A new study reveals that 1/5
1/5.
of Americans cannot even name one of the three branches of government.
And that's sad because there's only 3 people.
Three.
3. You have a 1 in 3 chance.
Three.
And you can't get 1.
Three.
God bless you.
Three.
And they wonder why we're going to hell in a handbasket.
Three.
Yeah. A new study from the University of Pennsylvania found that less than 2/5 of Americans could name all 3 branches of the U.S. government, and more than 1/5 could not name one single branch.
And by the way, the people that couldn't name a single branch also couldn't understand 1/5.
That would probably be me. I don't do math.
This study, produced by the university's Annenberg's Public Policy Center, found that out of 1,104 people interviewed in English and Spanish, 25% could not name a single branch of government. 25% could name just one. 14% could name 2, and 39% could name all 3 branches. This was conducted August 16th through the 27th.
I'm going to argue something just a tad bit. I think this is a little bit misleading.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say why. Because they specified it was English and Spanish
Yes.
speaking.
So you don't know if they're actually American?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was going to go with. And it's not everybody. I know that there are a lot of legal Latino folks that come over here to speak Spanish that still don't ever learn English or choose to not do it in English, and that's fine.
Not really. That's actually not fine. That's not
In
fine.
this instance, it is.
No, it's not.
At this
It
point,
is not okay.
can I get my point out, please,
No.
for the love of God?
No.
Point stands is I think it's a little bit skewed because if you turn around and you actually approach somebody who speaks Spanish and isn't from this country, be it illegal or not, they're not going to know what the hell you're talking about in the first place.
And they're not going to answer you honestly.
So I'm
The survey had a 3.6% margin of error.
Aaron. You mean error?
Aaron.
Like the word you're using?
I'm doing it on purpose.
I know you are. Making my eye twitch over here. Cut it out. Oh, good Lord.
Oh, but yeah, I agree. I agree that you're right on
It's
that.
slightly skewed
It's
anyway.
skewed worse than the 3.6% because you have what? 1,104 people in Spanish and English. It doesn't specify how many of those people were in Spanish or
Yeah.
how many of those people that spoke Spanish actually knew the answers.
Yeah.
When it should actually designate
Yeah.
because that would make a lot of difference.
Yeah. In addition to the questions, the center asked respondents about several other issues, including whether illegal immigrants had rights under the U.S. Constitution. 40% thought they did not, although several amendments apply to anyone in the United States, regardless of citizenship.
Right.
Whether the U.S. Supreme Court has held that a citizen has a constitutional right to own a handgun. 83% correctly answered that it had. Whether a judge could force defendants to represent themselves at a trial. 63% correctly said that this was unconstitutional.
Because it is.
Because it is.
They-
And also what it takes to override a presidential veto. 53% correctly said it takes two-thirds majority of the House and the Senate to override a presidential veto.
Duh.
Well, we say duh, but you know what? There are a lot of people who out there who literally have a hard time differentiating between their ass and a hole in the ground.
Actually, you know what's funny about this? That specific point right there, that last point.
The last one about
that
the
last point.
presidential veto
Yeah, so Nancy Pelosi had a good point.
on her head.
No,
Oh.
she actually said a good point.
Oh, shut up!
I'm not joking.
And you didn't like notify me this earlier.
I've
You're
just-
gonna sandbag me here.
Yes,
about this?
I am. I
How did
am.
I not know this?
I'm just gonna let you go on this
Why
one.
did not? Is this? I
Look,
didn't hear this anywhere.
She was trash talking Mitch McConnell.
Oh, there's a shocker.
And what she was saying was that Mitch McConnell shouldn't just leave things out of being put to a vote because the president says he's not going to sign it into law. He should instead put it to a vote and let the president veto it.
Yeah, you're right.
That is correct.
You're right.
You should. Now, this was gun legislation.
Oh, still,
Still, you should go ahead and set up the vote. If it passes and passes, then let him veto it. And then after that veto happens,
Then you worry about the
you worry about the two-thirds majority.
two-thirds. Yeah, because that's the process. That's the point. Because the president is not the king,
Right.
and your representatives are supposed to actually represent you. And if your representatives are not doing that, which means if you want this gun legislation, whatever it was, and however it looked,
Yes.
if you really truly wanted that,
Yeah.
then your representatives are not doing their job. Therefore, they should be fired.
Right. Now, here's what I will say. Caveat. Nancy Pelosi didn't say that same thing about Barack Obama. She also didn't say the same thing about, any other president that is on the left side.
Of course.
And when she held the positions of power for real in the House, she would have done the same thing
Oh, of course.
every single time. She
Do
would
as
have
I
done
say,
the
not
ex-
as I do.
Yes, she would have done the exact same thing. So I'm not saying that she's correct in the fact that she would do it, do what she says.
Correct way.
Right. She wouldn't. But she is correct in what she says, which means she understands the correct thing to do.
Which makes
she
it-
just doesn't do it.
That's what makes it worse. Is she knows better, and she
Right.
doesn't. She screws it with it anyway.
Exactly. She knows better, and yet she still screws it up
Intentionally.
on purpose.
Yep.
And so does Mitch McConnell.
And then so does
Turtle.
all of them. Lindsey Graham and all of them.
Yes. Every single one of them.
Chucky Schumer and all
Yeah.
them douchebags up there.
Pretty much all of them. Speaking of the swamp,
Not the swamp.
you might need to go to the restroom every now and again.
Once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon. And
Unless you're working on the fourth floor and you don't have an elevator, and
And it's
all
only
the restrooms are
Porta-Johns.
Porta Johns, and they're downstairs.
And then you're not going to use the restroom until you get home. But let's say,
or at least the gas station.
let's say you actually should be a little bit more regular than that.
Like how regular than that?
Like you should be a lot more regular than that. Like at least once a day.
At least once a day.
At least once a day. You should be a lot more regular. You know, it's one of those things. It's weird to think about, weird to talk about, but maybe
Maybe.
you
Just
should
maybe.
be taking things like Atrantil.
Like Ontrantil.
Atrantil.
That's what I said. Ontrantil.
No, not on.
I said Ontrantil. That's what I said.
Thank you. It's French,
It's
but not
French?
really.
Is it the French?
It's the French.
It's the French.
It's the Frenchies.
It's the Frenchies.
It's a franchise.
Thank you. Good Lord.
Atrantil is an amazing product. It has what's inside is called polyphenols. These polyphenols are a blend of micronutrients that actually feed your gut health. Not only does it make your body more regular, but it also gives you more energy. It also kills the brain fog, which means you can think easier. It reduces your heart rate because your body's not working as hard to pump all the rest of it. It just makes you feel better overall. It's a nice thing to have.
But wait, there's more.
There is more. If you go to lovemytummy.com/mojo, that's lovemytummy.com/mojo, you can get a 90-day supply of Atrantil for $99. These things normally retail at $39.95. That gives you $20 Amazon down right off the top. Yay. Go to lovemytummy.com/mojo, lovemytummy.com/mojo. Get your Atrantil today and be like Ron.
Good, but Ron does.
He's very regular.
He is very regular. He's extra regular because of Ontrantil
Oh, yes. And the coffee.
and the coffee from AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That's where he really gets his.
Oh, APR coffee.
Between them two,
Yes.
that man is. Let's just say that pretty much his internal organs are like a slip and slide. Whatever he eats, pretty much just kind of jettisons out that other end.
I don't want to know this about the man.
with the
Stop. I don't want to know.
with the force and the magnitude of the herd of elephants.
These are things I don't want to know.
It moves as if the hounds of hell are on their very heels.
So the Pentagon has finalized the contracts for $2.5 billion in border barrier construction.
Well, it's about damn time.
I know. This should have been, 2 years ago now?
It should. This is bureaucracy. This is the crap that we have to deal with.
Hey, guess what? Red tape.
It should not have taken. It didn't take this long. It took longer to approve the contracts to build this barrier than it did to build the
Empire State Building.
Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It took less time to put together the Obamacare entire package. The entire Obamacare package. And I'm talking about the website, the 7 million page book, everything. It took less time to do that entire setup
The whole setup.
than it was to get the contracts for a wall.
Oh, and here's the best part about this. This is a quote. This past April and May, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers awarded roughly $2.5 billion in projects to construct a border wall along the southwest border. These projects will span 129 miles
That's not the
at
entire
locations of. But no, it says it's
That's not
it's
the border.
going along the southwest border.
It's not-
It must be covering the whole thing.
129
$2.5 billion and what, 5 or 6 years or 4 years of trying to, almost 4 years of trying to get this stuff approved and set up and done, and only, I mean, that's 120. It has to be the entire border. Has to be. Because why would they spend $2.5 billion?
The United States southern border with Mexico is 1,933 miles.
Really? There must be something wrong.
1,933
Now I've got my glasses on, and that says that. And
miles
that's from pretty
from
much
south of Texas to the Pacific.
Wow. So, wonder where that 129 miles is going to look. It's going to be one stretch where there's a wall and that's it for $2.5 billion. I think we're slightly getting ripped off. I don't know about the rest of you.
I think that
but-
might be a ripoff, guys. We'll be right back. Sad depression.
I know.
Bleed out.
So bad.
Home Alone slug. Guys, can you use your creative descriptions for something other than Ron's Tootin' Putin? No.
I feel like we need to trademark that now.
No. No, we can't.
Tootin' Putin.
Tootin' Putin.
Oh, we need to get a hold of Brad after this.
Ron's Tootin' Putin.
Ron's Tootin' Putin.
That would be a
Yes.
great rest stop.
Or I was
Think
gonna-
about it.
I was going to say a coffee flavor too. If you think about it, make it like hazelnut.
Oh. It's a bit nutty.
It's a bit nutty.
Almond.
Oh, it'd just be a
Almond. It's an almond coconut coffee. That's
just a nut blend.
Ron's Tootin' Putin.
Oh my God.
I think that'll work.
It might.
I think we need to get with
Get DM on the Reddit. Get
this.
DM on the phone.
Somebody get DM on this, please.
We're-
I don't think DM actually listens to this show, but somebody get DM on this.
Oh, look, thank you.
Oh,
Let's be frank in PA.
That's not right.
The only,
Plus,
you know, the
plus
only reason,
you know that Dylan has the bra.
yes, but the only reason why I'm playing Aladdin is because I got the beard.
Yeah, but you also have the bra, so
Yeah, but
that's for a whole nother reason. Oh gosh. Oh my goodness.
it's just one of them days. I'm so tired. Daggone it.
That's okay.
And today we actually like the weather outside was comfortable. It was actually cooler outside than it was in the building. With air. Just saying.
I know.
It was insane.
I know.
It's like two monkeys humping a football trying to hang that stuff up there.
That's
So bad.
weird.
Have you ever seen two monkeys hump a football?
Welcome back to Defenders Live on Mojo 50 Radio. You can find us anywhere where you listen to podcasts. But if you'd like to listen to us live, which is preferable, you can do so over at Mojo 50 Radio on iHeartRadio. We are also streaming video live on the Facebooks and the YouTubes and the Twitters and all the rest. Check us out.
Yep, but yeah, old reliable as always. iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio. That is probably the best place to hear us all the time.
But you can find us everywhere. Like literally, you can look everywhere. I believe we're on iTunes. I want to say we're on Google Play.
We are. Yep, we are. Yep.
Everywhere is everywhere. But
Spreaker, Stitcher, SoundCloud,
yes,
iTunes. Yeah.
Google Plays and all that. Yeah, we're very proud of the iHearts, and so please use the iHearts because they
likes us.
They do like us.
Well, they
like
likes
the
Mojo. They likes Mojo
a
and
lot.
We like Mojo, and we want to make sure that Mojo succeeds. So
So there we go.
that's how we're gonna do this.
That's how all works.
That's how this all works.
okay.
Okay, are we good? Are we good?
Let's just
Hey,
say
you know what? Actually, hold on. Before we get to this, we need to channel our chi. We need to center ourselves.
You know what we didn't get?
What?
We needed to have the Gandhi. You know the guitar. You know what I'm talking about. What do they call that? Daggone it!
I know what you're talking about.
I know what it's
Yes.
called too. I can't think of it. But that's true. Well, close. Yeah, that would be another good one.
Mm-hmm,
We need to have that running so that way it would fit this perfectly.
Oh, it would be
Drop
good.
the ball.
But
Thank you.
yes, but just let's center ourselves. Let's make sure that we're good. Okay, just breathe with me.
You want to try it again?
Okay, 3, 2, 1, in, out. Okay, I think we're ready.
Are we? You sure?
I think we're ready. Can you get this?
I
Do you have this?
I'm working on it. I think.
I think. No, you're not. No, this isn't going to be it.
You sure?
This isn't going to be what you want.
What's it called? Oh no,
This-
here it is.
It's not going to be what you want.
You sure?
I'm dead certain. Like, this is going to be something weird, and it's going to come up with a promo, I'm sure. See? Stop it. Pause it.
No, I don't want to pause it.
Do it. Stop it. What are you
Okay,
doing?
There we go. Oh God, it's not working.
I told you.
Shh. Be quiet.
It's not going to work.
This
dude.
isn't working.
This isn't going to work for you.
Are you? Hold on, but
All right, go ahead.
There we go.
All right.
Concentrate.
Get this in. Let it flow. In and out. In and out. Listen to the words of Marianne Williamson.
Oh, sorry.
No, stop
sorry.
it, stop it,
sorry.
stop. Where she says, on nuclear energy, do not use hard data, but think with your heart. Yes.
She said what?
Marianne Williamson,
She said what?
when talking about nuclear energy, decided that she said she doesn't want you to listen to. You can just turn it off.
I'm working on it. It's called being gradual.
Don't look at hard data.
Don't look at facts.
Don't look at facts.
Uh-huh.
Think with your heart.
So feels over facts.
Feels over facts.
Feels over facts.
I've got a feeling.
You hooked on a feeling?
I am.
Are you high on believing?
No.
You're in
No.
love with
no.
her?
I am in love with her.
There you go.
That's right. The Democrat presidential candidate, Marianne Williamson, came out against using nuclear energy, which experts say should be used to combat climate change, on Thursday during the climate change town hall on MSNBC, urging students to not use the hard data when thinking about nuclear energy. See, Williamson made the remarks while answering a question from a college student who wanted to know why she thought nuclear energy was problematic. She said, "Well, I know Germany had said at one point,
Hold on. She
we're
knows
just
Germany?
we're just not we're just going to no we're just going no nuclear." That makes no sense.
Well, who the hell wrote this?
But then but then when they said no nuclear, there was a problem because they had a hard time keeping up with the other standards they'd agreed to.
Well, see, but that's the...
What's wrong with it, she says?
What is wrong with it, we say?
If something goes wrong with nuclear energy, I don't think people really have really stopped to think of that horror. So she's going Chernobyl.
Yeah, but...
Actually, people have stopped and thought about that horror.
They-
Nature, after Chernobyl, by the way,
Yes.
nature
We just saw the thing on
surround.
this.
Yeah, we just saw
we
a
we
whole
studied
deal
on this.
about this. All right, we actually learned
We
about
studied
this.
Chernobyl, believe it or not.
They've been studying
For
the
a while.
after effects of Chernobyl since it happened. Nature is taking back the area.
Yep.
Not only is it taking back the area, but it is thriving.
Yep.
It is not just surviving. It is not just some radioactive three-eyed slug or some. I'm sorry, Vika. Sorry, Vika. Or four-tailed deer, or 10-horned cat. No, it is not. Instead, it's just regular animals, regular insects, regular plants, regular stuff, all growing back
Yep.
in the areas that were highly radioactive just 10 years ago.
It's almost as if
It didn't happen.
It was well, I was gonna say, but it's almost as if these things were designed
to do that?
to be able to withstand
Oh, they are.
any kind of thing, and to be able to come almost by I would say by perfect design.
Well, it's the funny thing because humans are pretty much the only ones that are really handily hurt by the radiation.
Yeah, because we're the most. It's the
We're-
trade-off. We have intelligent conscience, or
Right.
conscious,
Right.
but we are susceptible to all kinds of
more things.
sickness and radiations and things of that nature, whereas animals do not, and yet are more resilient.
Yes. It's a wonder, isn't it?
Wondering minds have asked. Look, nuclear power. Look, it is by far the cleanest, safest, most renewable form of energy. Period.
Yeah.
Is there still learning that has to be done to make sure there's not issues? Blah blah. Chernobyl doesn't happen. Look,
Possibly.
Chernobyl happened because it's in Russia, for crying out loud.
And the one in Japan happened because Japan was pushing it too hard.
Well, that, and it was
There was a fault somewhere, wasn't there?
there was it was from the daggone it, typhoon
Typhoon, that's
that
right.
hit.
So it got hit with
It
a
was
natural
nobody-
disaster.
it was
There's
a natu-
nothing that they could have done.
You're on an island that's literally filled to the brim with people and
And the only way
buildings.
that you can get enough energy to produce what you got to produce is
Is
nuclear
nuclear.
power.
yeah,
And you know what?
and it's
They cleaned up. You know, they cleaned up that entire
That's
thing
what I was gonna say.
within like I don't know, 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was done. It was handled. The only major things they have problems with is obviously the waste.
Right.
You have no idea what to
little bit
do.
of waste, a little bit of radiation.
I would argue, why not just launch the junk into space at this point?
Might as well.
Launch it way, way, way. If Elon Musk can put his car into space, then by God, we can send canisters of nuclear waste into orbit.
Yes.
Nothing else, throw it at Mars. Nobody
Right.
else is going there anytime
I mean,
soon.
if we're going to allow Musk to send his cars up into space, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not, indeed.
I mean, the hills have eyes.
And space has toxic waste.
Yes.
That's how the saying goes.
Sure.
This is just she is still a contender for the Democratic nomination.
Rock.
That's the sad part about this. The things that fall out of this woman's mouth, and she is still a viable candidate.
Well, there are reasons for that, and you know it. You know,
I know. I know.
You've got Yang telling people that they're going to have to take for climate change to be fixed. He's going to have to take away their cars.
Yeah. He's going to take away cars.
Beto's going to take away your guns.
There's not a whole
She's
lot
going to
left.
take away your nuclear power
Who was it? Blasio took away your salt and your sugar.
and your 20-ounce sodas.
20-ounce sodas.
And everything that tastes good.
Who was the one that took away straws? Isn't there one of them up at the up
That was
there?
California originally.
Yeah, so who was that?
I don't know. It was California.
Isn't Camel Toe from...
Harris?
Yeah, isn't she from California?
Yes.
We'll blame it on her.
Yeah. Camel Toe Harris
We'll
took
blame it on her. I don't,
She didn't do it, but we're gonna blame it on her anyway because she's from there and she's a contender.
She could have been a contender.
You could have been a contender, Rock. You could have done it.
Okay, no, we're not doing that. Go to... Who are we going to today? Who's next? Who's next?
Cat coolers.
Cat
coolers are
coolers?
next. Yes, they are next.
I heard they're rugged.
They are. They
That's
are,
what we learned with Carrie.
They are extremely rugged.
If you didn't catch that show, you guys need to go back on Tuesday
And learn how
every other
rugged.
Tuesday, yeah,
The cat coolers are.
that was the word of the day. Was rugged,
Rugged.
rugged,
Dependable.
and rugged.
They keep your eyes cold for up to 7 days. They're made in the United States. They're fully customizable, and they come in many colors.
But wait, there's more.
Because of their ruggedness.
The ruggedness,
Their ruggedness. They also have a lifetime warranty.
like whose life?
It's life.
So if I buy a cat cooler,
Right.
let's say I buy a cat cooler
Yes.
for the show,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
and I die
Right.
sadly.
Tomorrow.
It won't be a jogging accident next to a train because anybody who knows me knows
Does
Dylan
not
doesn't
jog.
run.
Well, I mean, he might be running soon.
Not if I have to keep walking up and down these damn stairs.
You won't have to.
My legs are on fire now, and I'm not even doing anything. But if I buy this cooler for us, and I die in a tragic sugar-induced coma accident, something, I don't
You
know.
ate too much cereal.
Yes, something. The cats, smothered me. I don't know. Whatever.
smothered by a
I
cat.
die.
Anything.
Tragically.
Right.
There's still a warranty on the cooler?
Yeah.
So you could still use it afterwards and break it,
And then they'd fix it.
and
or
they would
give me
fix
a
it
new one.
and give you a new one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
That's pretty good. That was a really long way.
I
That
know.
was a really
way to the well?
really
I know.
drawn out there.
Well, but I was just trying to make it clear.
I mean,
That
you're
it-
the one that wants me to keep these commercials short.
At this point, I don't.
You don't even care, do you?
No, because the only one I really want to get to is here, and that's towards the end anyway, so it
All
doesn't
right,
matter.
So we're just gonna
We
run
got
through
time.
it anyway. We got time to burn. So go to catcoolers.com. Go to catcoolers.com. Use my name, Steven, Steven, and you can get 10% off on the price
Yay.
of your cat cooler. That's catcoolers.com. Steven is the promo code, STEVEN.
That's true. That's so true. Doc Thompson got run over by an Amtrak. I would not waste the money for putting nuclear waste in space. I would bury it well below the water table. And by the time anything could get down toward it naturally, it would no longer be harmful due to decay.
It still takes a lot of money to dig.
Yeah, at this point, it's kind of one of those. You know, it's
One
we're gonna
way
have
or
to
the
pay
other.
to do something, so
Might as well just make a lot of jobs out of it too.
we could launch it into space, launch it into the sun, kind of keep that thing going for a little while.
Oh, you know
longer.
what? You could launch it in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how that would work.
I don't know, but I bet you the lights would be pretty.
Oh yeah. Ooh. We need to do a study on that.
Home Alone slug, it's okay, guys. If I had a third eye, it'd be actually kind of cool. Referring to your three-eye
slug you had a
thing.
comment.
Congratulations.
She also said it was a tsunami.
It was a tsunami.
Not a typhoon.
That's right. You're right. You're right. It was the tsunami. I knew it began with a T. I just because I have to remember that out in Japan and stuff they don't have hurricanes. It's the same damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same thing, but they don't have hurricanes. They have typhoons.
Right.
It's weird to try and remember that stuff. But yes,
Typhoon.
Go. Sorry.
So I want to play this for you.
Oh, good.
I'm going to play this for you.
The other test, and I think this is a test that's not well understood by some of the candidates in the race and has not been well debated, is our democracy up to this task? And that is a really non-trivial question because
I mean, it clearly isn't right now.
so far,
Hold on.
So I know you're a little bit lost, okay? I should have given some pretext.
I got
all right?
hung up on the thing when he says our democracy.
Right.
I'm a little hung up on that.
Well, I understand where you're hung up, but I just want to give a little pretext here. This is about climate action.
Climate
Actions-
action.
Yeah, actions to prevent climate change.
Okay. You mean to prevent the effects of climate change? So, like when it gets really cold outside, when winter hits and the climate changes, you put on a coat. Is that what he's talking about? Instead of doing that, you go out and you don't wear a coat and you get cold. Is that what he's talking about? Actions against climate change? The look you're giving me says no.
No.
That's not what he's talking about.
No, I just I'm gonna have to let him.
Are you gonna? Let's start
I'm
it from
gonna
the
let-
beginning because that
okay.
doesn't make sense. What he started with does not sound anything like climate change. Let's start. Hold on. Let's
right.
try this again. Context.
One more time. Here we go.
Here we go.
the other test, and I think this is a test that's not well understood by some of the candidates in the race and has not been well debated, is our democracy up to this task? And that is a really non-trivial question because
I mean, it clearly isn't right now.
so far
Clearly
we have
isn't.
not. We haven't been. And when you lose a national
And
you know what? And
race as we did in 16 to a
And?
climate denier, that creates a real concern because you can't act urgently on climate if you have a climate denier in the White House.
But wait a second.
Or
wait a minute.
but wait a second.
But wait, really?
But wait, there's more.
Well, there is more. But what was your question? Dylan?
Just go ahead because I'm trying to.
You're trying to hold off till the end?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. What did you have?
I want to make sure I understand this because to me, the point that you're making is a crucial one, right?
Crucial.
The democratic structural impediments to big change on the level necessary to deal with the climate crisis
Sure.
are prior
Hold on,
to the
stop.
specific
Real
solutions.
fast.
exactly.
What climate crisis?
The climate crisis, Dylan.
What climate crisis?
The climate crisis, Dylan.
What climate? There is no climate crisis.
It is the climate crisis. There is only one, and it is the one.
It's the one in someone's head.
It's the one.
The one, the big one.
The one. The climate crisis. The one climate crisis. Dylan,
No.
come on.
No.
Eileen.
Know what I mean?
Oh, I swear.
What we will
Exactly.
do, okay?
Exactly.
So
That's much better said. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
So he didn't even say anything just there,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
other than climate is our democracy. We don't have a democracy.
Yeah.
We have a constitutional representative republic.
Yes.
Okay. I feel we have to say that every effing time, and I'm tired of having to do it, but we do.
There is a difference between a democracy,
France,
a constitutional republic,
us,
a democracy,
Germany,
a constitutional republic.
Us.
Notice how we're the only ones that's a constitutional republic.
We're the only ones who can pretty much have led.
We're the only ones that have had 200 years of the same constitution.
Yeah.
Ever.
Period.
Ever.
Period. Just saying. In your face.
End
Europe.
of story.
Just, this guy is such an idiot. And then our democracy has prevented action to combat climate change. News flash, you cannot stop climate change. Let's say. Really?
Yep.
You're an ass.
It looks like we have a newsflash update. We have a newsflash update.
Yes.
Sending it over to Dylan Lyles in the hot room.
Oh, now we're doing that now. Okay. Now we're doing it now. Yeah, there's no way of preventing climate change. When there is a hurricane, let's not even do hurricane. Let's not even do anything. Let's do what they're basically saying, which is the temperature change, et cetera, et cetera. Climate change.
Right.
When the climate changes from summertime to fall/winter time. I had Will Smith playing in my head, but close. We were like,
enough.
we're still there. It was,
Same vein.
I'm in a Jazzy Jeff mood.
Oh, good.
But when it goes from summertime, from the 90s, and hot down into the 50s and 60s, can you stop that? Can you actually sit there and go, no, I want it to continue to stay warm? Or for those that want, the fall and winter to come, do you push it summer along to hurry up and get it here? Can you have that ability? No. You can't.
You cannot.
There's nothing that you can do. This is the sad part of having the intellectual conscience that I mentioned earlier, is that eventually you get to a point where you put yourself on a pedestal thinking you are God.
Which you are not.
Not even close.
Not in the least.
Like, you sadly enough, not even sadly enough, you are not even like at a point to be the dandruff attached to the hair follicle on the bottom of God's big toe.
That's pretty nasty.
I'm just saying.
But then again, he's clean, so
yeah. So, but
it's all good.
The point stands. I mean, you can't. Your actions, again, just like I said before, your actions to combat climate change is if it's cold, you put on a jacket. If it's hot, you wear shorts. That's your actions to combat climate change. Ta-da! If it's raining, you carry an umbrella.
Yeah.
If it's sunny, you wear sunglasses.
You can't combat
Ta-da!
climate change. You can combat how it affects you.
No. You know what? You cannot combat. I figured. You cannot combat climate change. You can adapt to climate change, but you cannot combat it.
And by the way,
Period.
when we talk about climate change, we're not talking about what they're talking about. Because what they're talking about is, oh no, the world is going to end because it's all going to burn up.
Well, yes, actually, that's in the Bible.
But what I'm saying is, we caused it.
Yes, that's in the Bible. Just saying, it's.
Well, maybe somebody should do something, and maybe we should confess our sins.
Yeah, you know what? That's in the Bible too, actually.
Well, it's also on a new website.
Oh, good. So
NBC has now made a website.
Oh, so they're helping to find their way to God, so we can be saved our sins and can be in heaven when the earth does burn and
no
what?
No.
No.
It's where you can confess your sins against climate change. I think Dylan's done for the night. He's got to put it up. He's walking away, and I think he might be coming back. Maybe he's coming back. He's sitting back down. Good. Are you good? He's sitting back down. What's the matter, buddy?
I apologize for that. I had to.
He had to take a breath.
I had to go calm myself for just a slight moment here. Confess. Okay, first off, we cannot.
This is my confession.
So you realize what this equates to, right?
Yes.
This literally is the throwing the virgin into the volcano.
Yes, I know.
That's what this is. please, please, have you been done a sin to cause climate change? Then pray and confess, and maybe climate change will look favorably upon you. Shut up. Shut up.
On Wednesday, NBC News trumpeted the announcement that it had created a new website where people could anonymously confess their climate sins. In a tweet, they said, blast the AC? Cook a steak once a week? Where do you fall short in preventing climate change? Tell us.
I'm
With the Climate Confessions.
Climate confessions, just when I thought I said all I can say, I thought a few more.
I got
So,
one
hold on,
more
hold on.
the way.
I was doing Weird Al.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was
that's
doing
fine.
Weird Al. Cook a steak once a week.
Yeah, that's apparently cooking steak more than once a month is...
According to the...
if you eat meat,
according-
you are hurting the earth.
But according to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the cows release the methane, the gas,
Yeah.
which is greenhouse gases, which
yeah. But
if you kill the cows, there's no more greenhouse gases because there's no more methane. Come on, this is
But in killing the cows, you then have to produce more cows to replace the cows.
says who?
Says Hungry.
Are we talking about the country or are we talking about
We're talking about my
belly?
stomach.
Yeah, my belly.
my stomach. I'm just,
God, a hamburger sounds
oh
good.
gosh,
right now,
doesn't it though?
You had to say something. Daggone it. I'm just saying, this is so stupid.
Oh, it's so good though.
We're at a point where we are having to confess.
Click on a category and get started.
Oh no.
Yes.
Let's see. Plastics, meat, energy, transportation, paper, food waste. So,
That's for the meat.
yeah, thank you. So, according to this, America by far is one of the richest, wealthiest, blessed nations in history
Yes.
of the planet. And we are now being forced to apologize and to literally beat ourselves. Oh, I'm not worthy. I don't deserve this. And we still turn around, and especially the people who throw this at us, they turn around and have their plastics, their meat, their energy, their
Yes.
transportation, their
Yes.
paper, their
Yes.
food waste.
Yes.
Guaranteed. And
Yes.
that's okay.
Yes.
Because they're of a higher intellect, apparently.
Rule number 5, Jack Hole.
Uh-huh.
Over there on the MeWe says, we should troll the climate confession submission. I agree. Honestly, I agree. This is a good place to troll. This is something so stupid, they need to be trolled.
Yes. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to apologize for the conveniences of the
life.
time. Yes. This is what technology has gotten us. This is the point and beyond that we have supposedly as humanity and with technology has been striving for all these years.
Isn't it to infinity?
And beyond was the rest of the saying. Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
So
Like
do we apparently have just gotten to, to infinity?
we're at infinity right now.
So we've given up on beyond?
Yeah.
Apparently?
We don't care about the great beyond.
Read other people's confessions. One lady's confession, my husband isn't happy unless it's 60 degrees in our house all year long.
I have a confession.
We also have a heated cat house for the outside cats.
Okay, that's crazy.
That is crazy. Let the damn things in or get rid of them.
That's right. I have a confession.
Just when you thought you could,
Yeah.
all you could say.
Right. My house is at 72 degrees year round.
Oh, that's not it. Wrong one. Sorry, I hit the wrong thing. You want to try it again?
Sure. I have a confession.
Mm-hmm. What is your confession?
My house is
Speak
at
unto me,
72
my son.
degrees all year long.
Say 4 Al Gores and
Call me in the morning.
3. No, I'm trying to think of how the Catholics say it. Say 4 Al Gores and 3 Nancy Pelosi's and go and sin no more, my son.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Pastor.
That was Father.
No, it's Pastor.
Pastor what?
Bedtime.
It is. God bless America.
We have some bells that we need to get to, so we're going to get to them now.
Good evening, Mojo 50. I'm Leprechaun, and here with your bell count grade for the day, Thursday, the 19th of September.
Oh, yeah, it's-
Today we had 11 missed innuendo bells, 30 actual bells, and 3 creepy Uncle Joes. Give us a B- for the day. Peace out and good night, y'all.
Rough Roads Ahead over there on the MeWe says, every Wednesday I flock myself with organic banana peels to repent for my carbon crimes.
Yes, as we all should.
That's right.
The carbon god will smile on you now.
That's right.
Guys, DOAEshow.com. At DOA Show for DOA Show for everything.
Yep. Mojo50.com. Check out everybody there. You guys know it. We know it. It's all amazing. Check them out. We'll see you later.
tomorrow.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good,
It
though.
could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo! Boo!